After a ton of speculation and anticipation from countless fans across the globe, Hogwarts Legacy has finally been released to a great critical and commercial reception. Fans of the wizarding world are having a great time with this adventure, while newcomers to the universe of fantastical beasts are getting a first taste of this magical world in the best way possible. Hogwarts Legacy has a lot to love, ranging from the art direction to the story and, of course, the combat loop. The game features a ton of options when it comes to defeating enemies in the form of different spellcasts. These spells can serve a variety of functions, including but not limited to elemental damage, crowd control, and the like. You can combine these spells for some amazing results, and to that end we present 12 of the best spell combos in Hogwarts Legacy that you need to try out right now. Imperio plus Petrificus Totalis. Much like Crucio that we discussed previously, Imperio is one of the 3 forbidden spells in Hogwarts Legacy, so it's best to refrain from using this combo if you want to maintain an upright reputation as an aspiring wizard. This curse will briefly turn your enemies into allies, and once that's done, you can simply walk up to them and cast a Petrificus Totalis to instantly knock them out. Levioso plus Accio plus Depulso. This spell combo is really useful for players wanting to juggle enemies in the air for a long time, and suffice to say, it looks really cool. Firstly, cast a Levioso or Accio spell on an enemy depending on the color of their shields and send them flying into the air. Once that's done, pummel them down with a couple of spells, then cast on Accio if you started out with Levioso, or cast Levioso if you started out with Accio, to continue the combo. Finally, use Depulso to slam the enemy off in the distance. This spell is particularly useful in arenas where you can slam your opponent from a high place, which should instantly knock them out with fall damage. Confringo plus Glacius plus Defendo. If you find yourself surrounded by a group of tough enemies, don't hesitate to use this combo since it helps you control the battlefield while dealing significant damage to enemies caught in your firing radius. Starting off with Confringo deals fire damage to an enemy, and that status effect is going to hurt the enemy over a span of time. Then cast a Glacius spell to freeze other enemies, allowing you to focus on remaining enemies in the battlefield. Finally, use Defendo to slash through the affected enemies, which should land you an easy victory. To make this combo even more useful, upgrade the 3 spells which allow Confringo and Glacius to have an area of effect damage, and Defendo to hit all enemies caught within a line. Glacius plus Petrificus Totalis. Hogwarts Legacy players would know that the Petrificus Totalis spell only works when you're out of combat, which is why we paired it up with the Disillusionment charm in the previous entry. But if you cast Glacius on all enemies in the battlefield, it will freeze them in place, and the player's state will be reverted back to normal. Then, it's just a matter of running up to the enemies and casting Petrificus Totalis to knock them down once and for all. Arresto Momentum plus Accio plus Confringo plus Defendo. To start off this combo, use the Arresto Momentum spell to slow your enemy down. Once that's done, use Accio to bring them close to you. Follow that up with Confringo, which will set them ablaze with fire, and finish it up with Defendo, which will deal huge amounts of damage with a slash attack. It works best when the Defendo spell is upgraded because the spell would also affect the enemies directly behind your target, which should prove really useful when you're outnumbered. Transformation plus Levioso plus Descendo plus Bombarda. Transformation is one of the most fun spells in the entire game simply because it lets the spellcaster transform enemies to any object. Start this combo off with this very spell, turning them into an inanimate object before casting a Levioso to raise them up into the air. Then cast a Descendo to slam them into the ground. You can repeat this multiple times to great effect. Furthermore, if you've upgraded your transformation spell to be able to turn enemies into explosive barrels, then you can chain Bombarda with this spell to cause those barrels to blast and deal huge chunks of damage. Crucio plus Defendo plus Accio plus Glacius. While Crucio should be avoided by players wanting to maintain a good reputation amongst their peers, it can be chained with different spells for some great results. Crucio basically binds an enemy to a curse which deals damage over time, and you can chain that up with Glacius to freeze to stop the enemy in its tracks, which would render them harmless. Furthermore, Accio and Defendo can be used after that to bring them close to you and slash them with a powerful strike to defeat an enemy quickly and in style. Accio plus Incendio plus Levioso plus Flipendo. Start off this combo with the Accio, which should pull an enemy close to you, then hit them with Incendio to unleash some Fire Blast damage upon them. Once that's done, you can use a Levioso to send them flying into the air. Follow that up with Flipendo, which should keep them spinning for some time while you chip away at their health bar with your basic casts or focus your attacks on other foes on the battlefield. Transformation plus Depulso. This is one of the most useful combos for smaller enemies since it practically guarantees an instant knockout. Start off with Transformation to turn an enemy into a barrel, and use Depulso to shatter that object into a million pieces, instantly killing the enemy in one fell swoop. Levioso plus Defendo. It's a relatively simple combo, but if used in the right situation on the right enemy, it could easily help you dominate the battlefield. Cast the Levioso spell to send an enemy flying into the air, and then slash them with a Defendo for some damage. You can also use Depulso to finish off this combo by smashing them into a wall or nearby surface, but that's optional. Accio plus Descendo plus Glacius plus Incendio. Start this combo out with Accio, which will pull an enemy up in the air and close to you. Once Accio has been casted, cast a Descendo to smack the foe into the ground. Follow that up with a Glacius to freeze the enemy into place, and chain that up with Incendio for a Fire Blast. Doing this will unleash two entirely different elemental damage on the enemy, which should make short work of their health bars in no time. Disillusionment Charm plus Petrificus Totalis. Hogwarts Legacy gives a fair number of options for players wanting to approach combat encounters with stealth, and this spell combo should be really useful for players adhering to this playstyle. To initiate this combo, turn yourself invisible with the Disillusionment Charm before heading into combat. Once that's done, sneak up on enemies and press the appropriate button prompt for unleashing Petrificus Totalis, which will instantly bind them with a full body curse and render them harmless. Furthermore, you can even upgrade these spells to knock down multiple enemies with one takedown, making it one of the most fun and strongest spell combos in the game. That's all for now. If you enjoy what you saw, please hit the like button. And if you're new to the channel, now is a great time to subscribe. We upload brand new videos every single day. After subscribing, don't forget to enable all notifications by clicking the bell icon. Thanks for watching this video, and we'll see you next time, right here on Gaming Bolt.